Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss the vector law of addition, that is parallelogram law of vector addition. We all know that the physical quantities are classified into two categories, that is scalars and vectors. A scalar quantity is the one which can be specified with its magnitude alone. For example, mass, temperature, these are the scalar quantities. So if I say that I have 2 kg of sugar, it is giving me sufficient information about that particular quantity. Whereas vectors are those quantities which require magnitude as well as direction. For example, force, velocity, acceleration, these are all vector quantities. Suppose I say that I have applied a force of 5 Newton on some object. In which direction it has moved? So, to know that, I should know the direction of the application of force. Just by stating its magnitude, it is not sufficient. So, scalars can be added by simple rules of arithmetics, but vectors cannot be added arithmetically. And therefore, we need to have some particular law. So, here today we are going to discuss the parallelogram law of vector addition. The parallelogram law of vector addition can be used for the same type of vectors which are acting simultaneously. So let us look at the diagram now. So I will describe the diagram now. As you can observe here, this is vector P, that is OA is going to represent vector P and OC is going to represent vector Q. These two vectors are to be added and they are joined such that their tails are joined together, and we have to do some geometrical construction. So we will draw parallel vectors to P, that is P bar dash, and to Q we will draw Q bar dash. So AB and CB, they represent the parallel vectors. So this will complete the parallelogram. Then the angle between the two vectors is theta, and the angle that is made by the resultant, which is OB, that is represented by R, that is equal to alpha with vector P. Now in the diagram I have extended these two vectors in the backward direction so that this will represent our line of action of the force. So according to the parallelogram law of vector addition, it states that if two vectors of the same type originating from the same point are represented in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, so these are the two adjacent sides, then the resultant vector is given in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram starting from the same point. So now we will prove this particular law. For this we are going to use the same diagram, and along with this I am going to use the magnets. So in case of magnet, we know that if there are opposite poles they will attract each other, and if there are same poles facing each other then they will repel each other. So we are going to make use of this property of repulsion in case of magnets, and that will represent the force. So I am going to use three magnets. So this is my first magnet, that is we can say that it is a button magnet, and I am going to use the second magnet. So these are the two magnets which I am going to use here, and along with this I will be using third magnet also. But right now I want to show you the uh, how the magnet is going to move because of the repulsive force between them. So I am going to move this magnet, and this will travel along the direction of vector q bar, and we will observe how this magnet is going to travel. Now I will move the first magnet, and you can observe how the second magnet moves. So this is traveling along the vector q. Now I have brought the magnet again at the center, and I have placed second magnet along the direction of vector p. So now I am going to move this and we will observe how the other magnet moves. So it has traveled along the direction of vector P. Now I will use all the three magnets together. They are placed such that they will repel each other and both the vectors or both the forces are going to act simultaneously. So let us observe what happens to the third magnet. So this is acting along the direction of the vector, and you can find that the third magnet has traveled along the diagonal of the parallelogram. So this will prove the law of parallelogram of vector addition. So we can find out the resultant is along the diagonal. So the law of parallelogram has been proved. So you can try with this particular demonstration. It is a very simple demonstration and enjoy doing this particular demo and understand the law of parallelogram. Thanks for watching.